implementation of logistic regression. First, you have to collect the data from different sources, then do the pre-processing, that is called as the analysis data. Avoid the noisy in the data set with the help of data wrangling. After that, you just fit the logistic regression to the data set. Before that, we have to split the data set into training samples and test samples. Finally check whether the accuracy is met our expectations or not. So this is the step involved in implementations of logistic regressions. So in the previous video itself I explained if you are going to implement the Python program, three most important library models are NumPy, Pandas and Matplotlib. In your program, if you are going to use the mathematical calculations or statistical calculations, or if you are going to use the array, okay, at that time NumPy is imported. For that purpose NumPy is imported. If you are using a data frame, if you are going to interact with the data frame, Panda is most important one. After completing your work, if you want to display the output in visualizations, so Matplotlib is used to visualize the output to the customers. So three files are imported here. Import NumPy as NP is created the object for NumPy, PD is the object created for the Pandas, then PLT is for reference of Matplotlib. Okay. So train underscore test underscore split is used for split the data set into training samples and tested samples. Here we are going to apply the model logistic regression. So from the Scikit-Learn library I am going to import the logistic regressions. Okay. So here the data set consists of 4 features. The first 3 features are called as the conditional features. Then the last one is decision features, because depends on the age, blood pressure, then glucose. I am going to predict whether the patient is affected by the diabetics or not. If not means the value 0. If the patient is affected means 1. So age, blood pressures, and these are all the existing data values. Okay, comma separated value is converted into the structured one with the help of data frame. So data frame means we have to use the Pandas. So object created for the Pandas PD. So data frame df is equal to pd dot data frame of the value stored in the object as data. So data. So you just give df. This is the output of the data frame. See here, it is just like a table which consists 4 features. The first 3 is known as the conditional features. Then the last one is known as the decision features. So up to this, hope you all understand. So what's our next level? Next we have to assign the independent value to the x variable and dependent value to the y variable. So from the data frame, age, blood pressure and glucose, these are all the input features which one is assigned to the x variable. Then from the data frame, diabetics, the last column is allocated to y. So just give the y to check whether the allocated features are properly allocated to x value. See here, this is the outcome of the x. The first 3 features, age, blood pressure, then glucose is allocated to x. Hope you understand, guys. Now I am going to divide the data set into training samples and test samples to train the machine. So x train comma x test comma y train comma y test is equal to the model imported to split the data set is train underscore test underscore split of where I am going to do it from the x and y. Then you have to divide the data set into this calculation, 70% for training, 30% for test, otherwise 82 training, 22 testing. Most of the value will be allocated to the training samples, then only machine will give the accurate value for us. So here test size is equal to 0.2. 20% is allocated to test size. So remaining 80 automatically allocated to the training samples. So listen, X test is equal to out of 10 records, the 2 samples are allocated to the X test, data set 2 and the 3.